Alright everyone, welcome back to episode 156 of the Craftverse series, and today we're going on yet another adventure. Call this Adventure Week, I guess. We're going to a Badlands, because I have some materials that I need, and I believe this one will be just big enough to give me all of the colors of terracotta that I need. So we're going to go ahead and type in, this is positive all the way around, 570 Badlands. Also not sure why I put a slash there. There we go. I have my home chord saved. I just have to figure out which direction exactly I need to go. This way this time. Went ahead and fixed up my elytra. Gave myself some extra rockets, and now we're on our way. Going to 2080, so we'll be flying for a minute. Gotta veer off just a little bit to hit 570. That should be good for now. We'll just head straight. Well, straight-ish. How's everybody doing today? You guys enjoy your week? I can't complain too much. Made a new horse friend. Got access to the mangrove swamp. Making our nether hub even safer as we go. And now we're preparing to build something next week. Oh look, Badlands. Wait, this is actually a lot closer. You know what? I'm not going to question it. So I'm going to grab a plain empty shulker box. Maybe I should do silk, but we'll do fortune. That was orange. Perfect. I need exactly 216 of those. So we're going to be digging for a minute. Don't really care much for the bushes. Okay, so it's just one layer of orange. This is regular, right? Yeah, I need about 20 of those. That's 6. Let's just verify that that is the correct total. 20 it is. Okay. So I need quite a bit of orange. Just gonna grab the surface orange for now because there's quite a bit exposed. Then I need to get a bunch of red, and I don't think I see red. Unless that's red over there in the corner that's kind of hidden in the mountain. I don't really need brown for anything. I do need some yellow, which I see poking out of the mountainside there. So I'll grab some of that. What are we at now? Working on the third stack. I'm actually going to go until I have about 5 or 6 stacks just to be extra safe, because when I was doing this build before, I ran out and had to come back. I might need to get more than 20 of the red also. 3.5-ish. I like that this is right up next to the bamboo, so if I ever need bamboo, I can always come back to the Badlands. It's right here. Random hole. Oh, it leads into a random cave. Who doesn't love a random cave once in a while? If you're wondering what I'm doing with all this terracotta, there's a VOD that'll be up not too long from now that will explain it. But in theory, this may be finished before that ever kicks off. Oh, there's a bunch of yellow right down there. And is that red or is that also orange? I think that's also orange, with a skelly to boot. Do I want to risk it for that yellow? You thought I was going to say for the biscuit, didn't you? Nope. No biscuits. 4.5. Is it just the one? Don't see anyone else down there at the moment. Should be clear. Don't see any red actually, but I do see a creeper. Missed. He moved. He got out of sight. Okay, well. I love when I stumble across a really big double layer of the color terracotta I need. Alright, how many of those do I need? 32. I'm pretty sure I have, 43. Doesn't hurt to have a little bit of extra just in case. Less stressful that way to have extras. Plus, I can always dye it, right? And with an iron farm, I have access to red. Even if I didn't have sunflowers, which I think I might have some. We have wildflowers now. Alright, that is just about 3 stacks of yellow. Pretty sure that's also orange. Okay. So we're gonna do that. Put you back in this stack, put you up there. You weren't supposed to be the one that I used. Okay, we've got all the yellow I could ever need. Got the regular. I don't have enough orange, though. Whew. Barely missed that. Is there any red anywhere? Or do I have to just dye the red? Probably just have to dye the red. This is a weirdly shaped Badlands. Look at that, you got like the sideways Pride Rock thing going on over here. Should probably grab some dripstone while I'm over here, actually. But first things first, let's finish with the orange before I forget and end up needing a bunch more. Because it's a little bit more tricky to dye the orange. Extra steps. That's mostly it. Just extra steps. So I can easily dye the red with the amount of poppies that I get. But I'm not really a fan of having to use wildflowers. That's an interesting little alcove. Okay, what are we at now? About 2 stacks. Let me know in the comments, which form of terracotta is your favorite? And are you referring to the OG or the glazed form? I personally think, even though I love the cyan wool, that cyan terracotta is just kind of bland. I can't say for sure if I've seen the cyan glazed terracotta. I know black and red look awesome. Speaking of the glazed forms. That's just something you have to smelt, right? Sounds like a Mozzie Ozzie question. If you know his lore, you'll know why that's appropriate. Okay, that ought to be enough orange for the whole build. I'm just gonna put these back, and they can fill this little hole here. Exactly perfect. 20 sticks. Okay. So, terracotta-wise, I have enough orange, enough yellow, enough regular, and I can probably get away with dyeing about a stack or so of the orange into a red. Because I don't see any red right around here. Got a bunch of orange, bunch of yellow. I haven't seen a single block of red. I am going to actually grab these out while I'm here because I need this for a dripstone farm back at base. Something I have yet to build. Something that should always be built. I'm not quite sure how big I want it to be, but I want to make sure I have all the blocks necessary in the event that I want it big. Now, well, that's mildly annoying. Is that going to go all the way down? Yeah, it's going to go all the way down. Okay, well, minor annoyance. How many do I have? 43? I can work with that. 43 works. Okay, well, that's where all the mobs went. Aha! Safe. With the amount of bamboo I grabbed before, I'll be definitely safe with what I have. While I'm right here. Does this work? Nope, you need shears. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Turn those into shears. Pick up a couple dead bushes while I'm over here, you know. It's like when you go to the store for milk or something and you're like, maybe I should grab some sandwiches while I'm here. Bread would be nice. And then while you're over there at the lunch meat aisle, you spot some snacks, and you're like, ah, cool. Pretzels are good. Let me know in the comments, what do you reach for if you go to the snack aisle? Like, what's your go-to? Are you a salty, a sweet, a sour? What's your flavor of choice? Now, I don't particularly need bushes for my build, but it doesn't mean that I won't want some later. What I would like, I have to go to the Nether for. I also need to pick up some beehives, which I haven't really seen. So I need to make a honey farm. Doesn't need to be exorbitant, it just needs to exist. Oh, there's quite a few of them. So I'm just going to use the last of this until this pair of shears breaks, see how many I get out of it. So I haven't touched anything except bushes with it. About 2/3 almost at this point. Plenty of bushes left. I want to see what the last bush count's going to be. Oh, that's an armadillo. I was like, what the hell what was I just looking at? There's a weird shape behind. Thought I was looking at a Yu-Gi-Oh monster for a split second. You can tell I've been watching and playing Master Duel content quite a bit. I've been trying to perfect one of my decks over there. Might sound crazy, but I've been trying to fuse together Dark Magician, Red Eyes, Blue Eyes for quite some time, trying to find the ideal balance. Some people might be like, oh, so you just have one Dark Magician in there for a Dragoon, right? No. No. It has some Dark Magician support in there. And not just searching it out, or not just the fusion / ritual card. Got a little bit of everything in there. And a couple of other non-trio archetypes. I consider that deck to be my main because I really have a hard time losing with it in solos. It's not built for meta, I will say that, but it does hold its own quite a bit. I have almost no hand traps in my entire catalog, so I have to make what I do have work. This pair of shears is going quite a ways. So how many dead bushes can you pick up with one pair of shears? Let's do the science. Let's find out exactly how many it takes to pop this piece of equipment. Wish I had a durability counter on it, but I really don't, because this is a vanilla-only world. No add-ons, no resource packs, just pure Minecraft. Shenanigans. Okay, it's about to burst. I better not see any AOs in chat for that. Okay. Gonna have to go up this way, I think, and glide over. It's gonna be the last bush. That one. How many exactly do we get? 3 stacks and 47. That's impressive for one single pair of shears. Okay, well, that way is home, right? Yes, that way is home. Oop, don't hit a tree. Keep an eye out for bees. I don't think I've seen bees in a jungle. Oh, well, village, hello. How did I completely bypass you? I did not even notice you. Hello? Yeah, I would take a nap after that too. That would hurt. Can't believe I'm agreeing with a nitwit on something. Oh, free book. Why are there gold nuggets? What? Just... okay, I'll let you keep your life savings, I guess. Random? Okay. That doesn't seem like a smart place to sit, buddy. But you do you. I'm gonna grab some coal while I'm here since I burned most of it lighting up my area. Nice. Okay. Bit of an ore mountain situation going on. Nothing really here. Nope. Nope. You guys are broke. Beetroot. Ow. Alright, well, this is just a casuals village. Now to head back home, which is negative 375. So we've got a ways to go. Gotta deposit those dead bushes. Next adventures I need to go on involve bee collecting. Let me see how many of those I actually have already before I dedicate time. There's my guardian farm, which means I have to go this way. You know, there might actually be some beehives in here. I just fly by them all the time, not even noticing their existence. I don't see any. Nope, don't see any. bunch of flowers. There could be. Whoop. Hello. Leaf litter. Could be useful for pathing. Okay, so they seem to be okay with growing around trees. But are there any bees? Wouldn't matter if there were, because I have no inventory space now. Put the bushes in there, put everything in there, actually. Even the book. Alright, I've got my Silk Touch axe. Do we see any beehives? No. I see chickens. But last I checked, they didn't pollinate. Hello, doggo. Bees? Do we see any bees, anybody? Don't think there are any bees on my island. Oh, but these just generate here. Okay. That's cool. Got a decent amount of leaf litter. I could take a couple of those. Pretty sure I have the lilacs back at base. If not, I know where they are roughly. Not a single beehive. Interesting. Well, I'm not going to see them now because it's raining. Yep, there's my stuff. Perfect. Let's go double check and see if I have any beehives. Doubt it, but it's possible. Not there. That's fish. It's wool. I gotta set up a wool section down below so I have space to put things where they're supposed to be. Okay, wait. I have lilac, I have the pink, I have the rose, I have the peony. I don't have a sunflower, so it's good that I was able to find those. Okay, I can make that farm whenever I want. That's good. I have 2 of them. I need at least 5 to make a decent farm. I'm probably going to try for 10. But I guess we're going to pick that hunt up next week. All in all, we're doing pretty well. My goal is to get a kelp farm, a bee farm, a dripstone farm, and potentially one more adventure in next week. But that's going to do it for today. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you had a wonderful Easter week. Peace!